Karyn Bryant for MMA Heat. I'm here with Kat Zingano. She is facing Ronda Rousey at UFC 184 in the main event. And I have to say, I mean, I know you're excited, but as a fight fan, as a woman, you know, this card now means more than any other. Do you feel a sense of fighting for all the women and all the women fans out there?
Yeah, I think that it's really cool. It's totally reaching a different demographic right now, and I think it's really awesome for everyone to tune in and see something unique and different like this.
Especially the fact that we have a co-main event there too. When that all, you know, the card got shifted around so much, but did you have a little minute of like a high five, sisters, you know?
Yeah, you know, I think Ronda did a good job of like paving this road for us, and then getting more and more women in the arena, and then all of us putting on super good fights. It just, the evolution's been great.
So, you know, a lot of people talk about her obviously as a very dominant champion, but that she's intimidating. Do you feel that sense? I mean, you know, I feel like some people say, oh no, I'm fine, and then the octagon door closes and all of a sudden they go, wait a minute. Do you think she's an intimidating woman?
Nah, I mean, she's challenging, but it's just a fight.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, too, that, you know, stylistically, Ronda's somebody who likes to come out and explode, and you've even admitted, hey, you know, there's a round I might not get, and then, you know, I come back. Is there any concern that you should change up your plan at all with her because she is such a fast starter?
Well, it's not a plan to go out and have a slow first round. I mean, that's never the plan, but to, I don't know, I mean, I've honed in my skills, and I feel like, I don't know, mentally and physically, these things are starting to come together a little bit more for me. And, you know, that was only 2 fights out of a whole career, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I think even if it wasn't your plan, there was something, though, that made you earn fans from that. You know what I mean? There is that whole comeback character that is so appealing to people. Have you realized that? Like, that's part of the reason why people love you?
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate it.
And also your knees, very devastating. But with Ronda, you know, in order to land a knee, you've got to be close to her. When Ronda has people close to her, she often grabs an arm. So how do you approach that, the best way to fight her without falling right into her trap?
I feel like my clinch game, my everything is very rounded. You know, my ground, my stand-up, my striking, it's something that I have a lot of confidence in everything. So I think this fight will go wherever I want it to go, and when it does, I'll do what I want.
Now, after your last fight, I remember asking you at the press conference, we all know that you'd had such a difficult year and you're not a person that makes excuses. Have you always been that way? Have you always been a person who was able to just kind of, you know, bite down and go forward? Or is that something you learned through your evolution as a fighter?
I'd say that they're all relative. You know, it's something from being a kid, just having to figure out situations to get the best out of things and get to the bottom of things. You know, it's definitely in my character to be strong. Unfortunately and fortunately, you know, I don't have that quit in me, which has gotten me into some stubborn situations in my life. But, you know, at the same time, I'm grateful for it, and it's gotten me here today.
And how does your son, right? How does he feel about what mommy does?
He's still trying to understand it, you know, but he really, you know, he's my biggest fan, and he supports me, and he's got a huge role in all of this. So he's very important, and I love him to death.
Nice. Well, it's funny. I have an 8-year-old, and she's in jiu-jitsu now, but she's, you know, she's not really fighting yet, but she's so aware of you guys as fighters. The other day she had the TV on. I thought I heard. So I said, "What is that?" She goes, "Oh, it's just the fights." You know, which I thought was kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's cool that they're growing up in this era, and I mean, especially the fact that they can turn it into self-defense, or they can, you know, find ways to just kind of be brave and stand up for themselves. So it's a good tool for us to have as adults, women, kids, you know, families. I think it's important.
It's great. Well, best of luck to you. You're already making history, so congratulations on that. Have a great fight.
Thank you. I'm Kat Zingano, and you're watching MMA Heat.